thought they were going to play Ebony and Ivory for us?
I don't get it.
Nice.
I thought they were going to play The Sound of Music, The Hills Are Alive.
Thanks. Thanks. We're in a desert.
And are the hills alive?
No, we're in a desert. Thanks.
Yeah, anytime.
I'm Julie Andrews. And this is Nicole Victor. And we're from RumbleFox. RumbleFox is a boutique agency out of New York City doing all sorts of digital things. And so today, what we're going to do is talk to you a little bit about getting to great ideas fast. And in order to do that, we want to sort of walk you through a little bit of how we think about it, because it's actually a core part of our process in terms of how we come up with things for our clients. So to begin, one of there it is. So to begin, one of the things we think about is in today's marketplace, as you think about a brand is more than just the messaging, right? It's more than just what it says, it's actually what it does. And so what we do for our clients is we create sort of customer-centric digital platforms so that you can build those meaningful engagements. And a lot of that is, again, moving fast and putting things out there and testing and learning and coming up with that stuff. And we do that by sort of having some core capabilities, right? So strategy and planning, the group that sort of thinks about the digital ecosystem and then goes so far as to tie that back to your brand attributes. The experience design group, which does everything from production, graphics production, to actually designing all the touch points across that ecosystem in terms of how a consumer is going to engage. Excuse me. And then finally, technology, right? So full stack technology that allows us to actually execute on all those things. So we think about it, we design it, and then we build it for you.
And I think just one of the ways that we get to really great ideas is that we follow this model of having everyone in a room participating no matter what their role is. And this is what we encourage you guys to do a little bit more, is have technologists, have people from IT, have brand builders, have people who are in charge of your social channels, because you get really interesting ideas from having that kind of collaborative environment, and you get to ideas a lot faster.
Yeah, completely. And then the other thing we do in that model is really come up with things that we think about as innovation. And innovation for us is not necessarily just about being new and sort of leveraging the latest thing, but doing things that actually create and increase value for your customer, right? And so one of the things we want to do today is help you sort of rethink brainstorming, right? So that it's not that intimidating thing that happens behind closed doors or at your agency. We want to sort of demystify the process of coming up with ideas. So we're going to give you a framework that helps you actually, something you can take back to the office and use. And then just broaden the definition of design thinking, right? To sort of just as a natural approach in the way you do things. And so a lot of it is built on, you're going to hear words like hacker and maker and agile and lean. And all that really means is putting something out in market quickly so that you get meaningful feedback and you just continually improve, right? And so what that doesn't mean, though, is that you sort of just throw the first thing out and expect that that's gonna be what people need. It's actually to sort of build to that final solution, but along the way, still achieving the consumer goal, right? So if the goal is transportation, a single tire is not gonna do it. You actually have to sort of build on that, right? So with that, I want you to think of three things in terms of getting to ideas fast. One is embrace the uncertainty. Like, don't overthink it. You're going to come up and generate some ideas. Don't worry about it. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, but we'll take them all. Speed over deliberation, right? So just keep it going continually. And experiment, iterate, make, break, make again, right? So throw out the idea, throw it around, bounce it around, have it move across the room, and sort of have different people think and build on it, all right? So with that, Nicole's going to take you through the activity.
Okay, so we're going to have you guys actually participate in this endeavor. So I hope you guys are all ready. No? Do you all have drinks? That's the first step. Have drinks.
Better
Lots
ideas
of alcohol.
that way. Yeah, better ideas.
So we're going to have what we're calling a sprint ideation, which is also just fancy speak for rapid brainstorming against the Internet of Things. IoT, some people call it. That's anything from wearables, things that are connected. We thought there was table mates, but instead we're gonna have you guys get into smaller groups, meet each other, talk to each other, and collaborate with each other. We want you to all have your own ideas, but iterate on each other's ideas too, because that's really how great ideas get made quickly. And then we're going to talk a little bit about how you can start prototyping, which is also a very scary idea and scary term. So first we want to talk about and give you a little bit of inspiration, the Internet of Things. In 2015, 3.5 billion devices will be connected to the Internet. And that's compared to about 1.7 billion PCs. It's an incredibly large number that's only growing. So how many of you in the room have pre-ordered? So a few. I know that the numbers for the Apple Watch have reached about 3 million, maybe more. But one of the things to think about when it comes to the ideas that you're going to come up with is this notion of sensors. So we're showing you the back of the Apple Watch that takes heart rate, that has all these different ways of measuring how your body is doing. Scary, but sensors are a really important part of the Internet of Things. So keep sensors in mind. How many in the room have Nest? Okay, great.
Some pretty advanced people right in the middle here.
Right, so the notion of Nest is another thing that exemplifies what an Internet of Things are, and that's smarts, right? There's something behind the scenes that you don't know. It's a little magical, a little bit scary, but what happens is the sensors detect what the temperature is, what time it is, and adjust accordingly. So sensors, smarts. The other thing is, this is a refrigerator. This kind of gets scary. That was shown at CES. Also Internet of Things. It's a connected refrigerator, and it starts to tell you maybe when your supplies are low. And then you get an alert at work to stop and get, whether it's beer, I'm not judging, whether it's milk, or anything else that you might be low in supplies that you've indicated. So the fact is that it starts to actuate a response, and you get something on your mobile device or whatever it is to tell you, go get some milk on the way home, or beer. Not judging. So sensors, smarts, actuator is the Internet of Things. So keep those three big things in mind when you're coming up with ideas in a few minutes. So the framework of technology, we call it if this, then that. And it's a very simple framework for you guys to come up with ideas. So if this, then that. In the case of whether it's a watch or it's Nest or the refrigerator, it's that it has a sensor. So if this detects something, then the system recognizes, it has smarts, the smarts are working behind the scenes. And then an actuator, something happens. And then it's displayed, whether it's on your computer, it's on your watch face, it's on your mobile phone. So those are the things to keep in mind. If this, then that. So in the case of the refrigerator, and if this, then that is the framework, if the sensor detects that the milk is less than 8 ounces, the smarts say, well, that's less than the preferred amount. The actuator, that, sends information to your mobile phone, and you get a mobile notification, buy milk. Make sense to everybody? I hope so. Otherwise, you're in trouble. Just kidding. So we want you guys to imagine that you're a spa and a fitness brand. We thought it was appropriate being in Southern California. Come up with an Internet of Things idea that can be expressed if this, then that. So collaborate with your teams, and we'll talk about how we're going to break up the teams. And then you're going to present to everybody. So it's a very participatory session. And these are the kinds of activities that we would encourage you guys to do when you have brainstorming on the agenda. So I think we wanted to, how do we want to
Sure.
break it up, Julie?
So a couple of things too. If then this, then that, you can use a couple of them to tell a story. It gets more interesting the more you try to connect different things. So feel free to use as many of them as you want.
That's true.
All right, so let's see. We've got a bunch of people here. So if the first 4 rows here form a group and the back 3 form a group, the whole center looks like a group, or maybe 2. What do you think?
3, the first 4 rows.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's break them into
Yeah,
half
yeah.
this way.
Okay.
All right, so right in the middle. Yep, just pick a side in the middle, but those 2 there. And then this, how do you want to break them up?
Let's do the same as that. So the
Okay,
first
4, last 3,
Oh.
first 4, last 3. You guys were kind of sitting weird, so you're going to split down the middle like that.
And feel free to get drinks before, during, after.
And after,
'cause
yeah,
that,
exactly.
Again, that really
Get
does
the ideas
spur
flowing.
the
We have we're going to give you guys about 20 minutes to come up with your ideas, and then we start to present back to the
Remember,
group.
as many or as few. We
Don't be
won't judge
intimidated.
you
Go
too
for
much.
it.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
trying to tell me all you want to do is use me. But my answer ain't all that use me stuff. Yes, I want to spread the news that if it feels it's good getting used, oh, you just keep on using me until you use me up. Until you use me up. My brother sit me right down and he talked to me. He told me that I ought not to let you just walk on me. And I'm sure he meant well. Yeah, but when our talk was through, I said, brother, if you only knew, you'd wish that you were in my shoes. You just keep on using me until you use me up. Until you use me up. Sometimes it's true, you really do abuse me. You get me in a crowd of high-class people, and then you act real rude to me. But oh, baby, 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 when you
Hi guys, we just want to let you know we're going to wrap up. So if you can talk with your group, figure out who's going to be speaking and presenting your ideas. We have about 1 minute to come up with that person and we'll start right up again. Thank you.
until you use me up. Until you use me up. Talking about you using people, it all depends on what you do. It ain't too bad the way you using me, 'cause I sure am using you to do the things you do. How to do the things you do.
Is this like a sound dot?
Hi, everyone. How are you guys doing? You ready to share your ideas? Yeah? No? Maybe? Still working?
You have 17 seconds.
Pick your spokespeople.
What do they say at Top Chef? Put your knives down.
Pack your knives and go.
No. When they were... All right, we're ready. Which group wants to go first? Oh, you have, which group wants to go last? Which group wants to go first?
I got first. First.
First, awesome.
Can we get a mic?
All right, we're ready to share our if this, then that. Did you name your team? I forgot to tell you you had to do that too. It has to be very clever.
We didn't quite get to the
Okay.
team part of things, but we do have an idea, so I'll start with that. Hi, by the way, my name's Miley, in case we see each other around. We're supposed to meet 10 people, right? So hopefully
You just
someone
met the room, you're done.
Yeah, someone will come say hi. So our idea that combines a number of different sensors and different Internet of Things technologies is an app at its core, but really our idea is to develop a technology that can be implemented into a number of different smartwatches and wearables focused on technology that can analyze your output during a workout. So in less awesome terms, analyze your sweat and understand exactly what's going on. So maybe a big cardio day led to a need for B12. I don't know, I made that up. I know nothing about vitamins. But the concept here would be that these different wearables would be able to analyze exactly what that output is. I'd be able to see all of this on my mobile device, and using something like a Vessel API, I'd be able to then understand the flip side of it, which is exactly what am I consuming. So whether it's that green smoothie I make during the day or my vitamins or whatever it may be, being able to see both sides of it. Nice. And to bring in the spa aspect, we've decided that this great invention of analyzing data will also enable my spa to give me personalized vitamins. So whether I'm lacking, again, B12 or maybe vitamin C, any of these things, it would go both ways, and we're kind of looking at this as Vessel for your entire body.
Nice.
Awesome. Great
No
idea.
team name, though, so
That's okay.
we'll just go with the body vessel. I don't know, something like that.
You might want to do some work
Yeah,
on that one,
yeah.
but that's a great idea. Great idea. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ashley. Our team name is the Big A's,
Oh,
in case you guys didn't know. So something a little bit similar to what the first group just said, but basically it would be on a wearable, either an Apple Watch or Fitbit or something like that,
Great.
that would measure your hydration level. So you'd be able to see, how much water you've had in the day. It would give you alerts on your mobile phone, or you could choose maybe desktop or something like that would pop up and say, hey, you're low on your hydration level. Try drinking X more glasses of water today.
Nice. Cool.
So
great.
Good one.
pretty simple.
Thank you. Next victims. I mean,
Okay, we don't have a team name either, but I'm Tom Carr from Dynamic Signal. I'm going to stick to the protocol. Nobody else has yet. But
Extra point.
extra point.
if you were going to a spa like La Quinta or somewhere else, then you would download the application provided by the spa, installed on your wearable, which would track your heart rate, your steps, your sweat, your social media activity for sentiment analysis, of course, as you approach attending your spa visit. And then when you get there,
You can use then.
when you get there, it would provide the perfect agenda, schedule, list of classes, everything you need for your visit based on all this activity leading up to your spa day. So when you get there, it's optimized for exactly your history, your health, your sentiment, so you can get the most out of your visit.
Nice.
Well done.
Charge
Extra
for that.
bonus points. We'll buy you a drink later.
From outside.
Yeah,
Right?
we
Okay,
will.
cool.
Who's next? Okay.
Hi. We have no name. Somebody suggested La Quinta Kings and Queens. I'm ignoring it.
That's awesome, though. You should not ignore that.
So, and also I have very bad writing, so I'm bringing the whole computer up. So basically, we were looking at the entire circle of life almost with regard to the Internet of Things. So before you go to the spa, what are your biometrics? What's your heart rate? How do you respond to things? Smart TVs are shipping with mobile shopping malls on them. So if you react to an Equinox ad, we want to make sure that you're offered membership. And then if you join, we want to make sure that you set up your account on your wearable. And then while you're walking through New York City and you're going along, we want to make sure that you know that there's a class starting. And we know by your basic background, you're into spin. So we can book you on Bike 21 on 19th. And by the way, we know you're flying for business. We have an outfit ready for you at the front counter. And by the way, Keels has a thank you basket for your patronage.
Awesome.
When you're done with your workout, we're going to let you know how successful you are, and we're going to give you your inspirational quotes, reasons and excuses to work out and look better.
Nice.
And so then at the end of the year, kind of like Nike ID or American Express, we're going to tell you kind of your statement of life. How did you live your life? How much did you really enjoy yourself, work out, push your limits? And that's about it. That's as far as I got. I'm out.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. Nice. That could either be great or depressing. Thanks for that.
Well, maybe it'll get you in the gym. Yeah, maybe. Who's next?
Oh,
Oh,
we got it over there.
Okay, so we don't have a team name. We're just Team Intense because this is about to get intense. So we really thought about, value in bringing fitness and taking it to the next level. So we started to think about health in general and how we can really provide some value. So we thought about, what if you were to implant a sensor into your stomach lining? And I said it's going to get intense, okay? I warned you.
no, it's a good idea.
Okay.
Just hold on. Bear with me here. So that sensor lives in your stomach lining, and it's able to detect on a daily basis your caloric intake, your metabolic rates, so how you're metabolizing food, and also how you're retaining the minerals and supplements that you're eating. And so what it's able to do then is it sends all of those daily rates to all of your smart devices, such as your mobile phone, your Apple Watch, but it also sends those to electronic medical records. So it's able to connect directly to your doctors. And so for health reasons, so people who may have illnesses, it's very beneficial, obviously, but it also helps to be proactive in taking care of your health. So it's a value driver all around.
Nice.
I'm going to stand up here so I don't have to spin in circles. That seemed very Minority Report, by the way.
A little bit.
Oh, wow, it is bright. Okay, so bear with me because I actually think it's a really cool idea, and we were just working through it really quickly, but I'll go with the format. So we went a totally different direction. We kind of went for the kids. And let's say if your kid wants to play sports, then there's an app/wearable sensor that can determine what sport they'd be best at. So right now you have like parents coming at you saying, I used to play baseball, so you should play baseball. Or I always wanted to play basketball, so you should play basketball. So now we're trying to figure out what the kid actually would be good at, because instead of just throwing them in and test and learn. So there'd be an app that kind of analyzes height, weight, flexibility, strength, things like that at a certain age, and determines what they might be good at. So said, okay, you should play basketball. So then we were trying to think of a longevity kind of idea. So that would be a first step. And then it would transition into monitoring the kid on how they play basketball. So, maybe one-on-one like drills, and then gamification of it. You completed a dribbling drill. Congrats, you get like 10 coins or something. So things like that where it advances with you. And then we were discussing maybe like a yearly checkup where it analyzes you again and sees if you're on the right track, or maybe you need to try something else. So that was our idea.
Nice.
Great.
Nice.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, we have named our app the biggest, best fitness spa app ever. Ever. All right.
Marketing.
So, to fit in with this lovely equation, if you are trying to drive business into your locations, but you're also trying to be a healthier human, you are going to plug in some pre-qualifications to this app that we've created, like your general activity level, you're also going to use your wearable, so your Fitbit or your Apple Watch or Jawbone, whatever you're rocking. That then is going to analyze your Outlook calendar that we are all slaves to, and understand when you have breaks in your day, what your week looks like, what your next week looks like, and through geolocation, as well as something like Waze, tell you places that you can work out that's reasonably accessible and is close to where you're at. This also would work if you're traveling. And then that's going to hit you with a push notification for those nearby classes or treatments. And then also make it extra creepy with the friends that are available through your social network to either join on, support you, whatever you need.
Nice.
So we would also have the option of like syncing it up with your friends. So if you're saying on Facebook, oh my gosh, I've had the most stressful week ever, it would comb through your feed saying, oh, she's been stressed. Hey, Kelly's also free. Why don't you guys go get massages together? Or something like, oh, after work, you're not available, but on Tuesday you are, and Kelly's available too. Why don't you guys go to Flywheel together? So that way you have a buddy that's given to you at the beginning of the week, so you can kind of be paired up with someone and you're held more accountable to said app.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Is there anyone else?
Did we get everyone?
Everyone?
All right. Good job, everyone. So, your key takeaways, you did it. You embraced uncertainty, right? Weren't sure that you were going to actually have the operation, but you still embedded that. And so you're going to go ahead and don't get that wrong, though, please. Like, we're not going to iterate on that. You did it fast, right? So you came up with some ideas, whether they were plausible, probable, or impossible. You still had a bunch of them that you were able to toss around and build on. And you did that, right? You experimented, you iterated, sort of threw some things out, kept some things, but ultimately you progressed it. And that's kind of how that works.
So I hope you'll come away with this with maybe a smile or two and also a scary view of the future.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe a Kickstarter campaign too.
Right. Exactly.
But I think what we want to try to, what we hope that you take away from this is that it can be quick. You can come up with some really interesting ideas. And you really should start to embrace this more and more, and we encourage you guys to do that. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.